Hey guys, it's your boy Rich. I'm doing this deck for from the Team Relinquish, and we got Mr. Aaron Sarbery over here that was made top 8 at PPG's PS5 tournament playing Heroes.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so you want to talk about your tournament experience?
Well, I went undefeated all the way to top 8, but that doesn't mean much because you lose one game in top 8 and then that's it. I played Eldritch the whole entire tournament. Game 1, I played Trap Tricks, and my hand was really bad. I set one pass, but when I saw he was playing Rogue, I knew I was going to make up for it in game 2 and 3. Then I played Eldritch back to back to back. Only one Eldritch player was able to out my board, and we ended up drawing because I just Fusion Destiny for not DPE, but the one that burns. Dystopia. It's an amazing card. And then at the very end, I played Nikolai back to back. The first time I played him, he bricked, and then I played him again and I bricked. I drew double increase, killing the combo, and then I drew triple crossout designator, killing my hand. Alright, so first we have one mist. The mist is going to be mandatory. Oh, my bad. We're going to have one mist. I'll try and speed this up too. One mist is very mandatory. You pitch it off for Ferris. You can summon it when your hand's bad, mass change to add any other hero. Everybody knows heroes, you run one. I would never run 2. One Neos, never sided out. Game 1 or 2, also amazing. I don't need to explain it. You gain 2,500 doing the damage stuff. It's amazing. Plus, it is also able to be used for Fusion Destiny for DPE. Level 5 or higher hero. Boss. Plasma, this is the MVP of the deck. It's the main strategy now that D-Force is a thing. Yeah, there's not much to say about it. It won me a lot of games. Destiny. Now, I do want to point out with this, there was a controversy. Under D-Force, you can't draw. I made the mistake of doing that like one game, and then from there, people were asking me, when it's not on the board, you still draw. So after I summoned it with D-Force, I would always point out to my opponent, I cannot draw. Sometimes it passes your mind, especially since D-Force was new to me. One Celestial, there's a lot of 1-ups in this deck. You can usually side this out. It's not completely necessary, and I very rarely resolve it. But it's nice to have a body for Ferris. Obviously, 3 Ferris, 2 Increase, and 2 Vion. I don't need to talk about the engine, it's mandatory. The only thing I will mention is that I used to run 1 Increase, and it's just not possible. If you draw it, it's dead. But I was playing 3 Phantasmi at the time, so I could shuffle back. 2 Increase is necessary. It's amazing. It's like, yeah. 2 Malicious, though it might as well be infinite, because you can shuffle it back or put it to the top of the deck with Denier, which I forgot to point out. Yeah, if you're playing heroes, you have to play Denier. It's not an option. Personally, I think that it's good in other decks too. You could use like a bunch of Malicious over and over. Then we have targets for crossout. I run one of every pretty much target for crossout, and no one could ever convince me otherwise. At the end of the day, if you're running multiples, for 1, a lot of cards are once per turn. For 2, they're more or less, they're all designed to do the same thing, stop your opponent. So they're all beneficial in one way or another. I don't think there's any point in running, especially not 3. I think people that are running like 3 Ash Blossom, ridiculous. Crossout, it saved me a lot of games, so many games, because of my running 1-up. There was one time where I crossed out in one game all 3. And then like when my opponent's playing, I have a lot of diversity, and none of them are like, oh, I drew multiples. Amazing. I wouldn't be playing this deck if it wasn't for crossout, because you lose to the beard. Also another one of Liquid Soldier, draw 2. Miracle Fusion with Sunriser, if you say don't run it, ridiculous. I don't like, why would you not run a Miracle Fusion that says, next turn, blow up your opponent's board, draw 2. Done. Stratos at 3. It's amazing. Every time I resolve more than 1, people read it.
1 LT2
Yeah, 1 LT2 Starlight is how I'm a degenerate. Times are tough out here. Another target for crossout. I've never crossed out it. I've never even saw this card. I would still keep it in though. 1 Rhoda. You run the Rhoda over another E-Call because you can add like Vion, for example. It comes up. I like it. 1 Hero Lives, because that's all we got. Side it out every game if you're below 10 minutes for game 3. 1 Poly, 1 Miracle Fusion. Even if you draw it, it's cool, if you know the combos. 3 Mass Change. You side them out for Lyralist. I've never seen it. It's good. Dark Laws won me a lot of games. 3 Fusion Destiny, obviously. And then 3 D-Force, another MVP of the deck. This card is so unbelievable. It's not once per turn. If you have Plasma in hand, you can pitch it for Ferris, activate D-Force, add it back from grave because it's graveyard or deck. And then if you have multiple, you can abuse it and have your increase multiple times, and they have to destroy the back row, and it protects all your cards from getting targeted. Or you might want to put a dice in your deck if you have if you have a Plasma because on the field because you can't draw. Amazing. When I put it in the deck, I thought it was a meme, and then it was just amazing, so I kept it in. Alright, let's see what we got here. Tokens galore. Dystopia, mandatory, burn, in time. That's why I got a tie. Amazing. The other effect, I ended up bringing it out once because I didn't have any level 5 targets. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Sniba, you're messing up the... Alright, apologies. Master Acid, it's a super because Boy Roots here helped me get it. Hypothetically, it would be good. You could even use this, though I didn't. I targeted it once, but it was destroyed. You bring on Absolute Zero, you mass change, you blow up their back row, and you blow up their front row. It's good. It never came out, though. Super poly targets, amazing. Absolute Zero, you're usually always going for either him or Sunriser. But this is usually the follow-up with Miracle Fusion. Melissa's Bane, it's a shit card, it's really bad. I put it in there for going second, and even then it's maybe. It's horrible. You would never bring it out first. But going second, depending on the deck, it could be good. This card's amazing. So many people with Liquid Soldier on the board, and I can still, or not Liquid, sorry, Wind Barrier Statue, and I still bring it out, and it disrupts their spells and traps, but also it dodges infinite impermanence with Mass Change. Great card, yes. Another target for Poly, you can grab back your Banish, but most importantly, another Super Poly target. You grab their Light, your E-Hero. I don't even need to talk about him. He's amazing. I do want to point out that everyone that makes your opponent lose 400 attack, it doesn't compare to pure heroes. Usually, on average, my opponent's losing 2,000 attack for all their monsters after you dump your deck. You know, we summon 1,000 times just to bring out Plasma. Dark Law at 2, it's great. I bring out 2 all the time. It's great. Escovito, absolutely necessary, and it's another super poly target, but also Miracle Fusion. You can Miracle Fusion and use Liquid Soldier if you're locked into darks, which is amazing. To draw 2 still. Double Crossout, it's the life of the deck. And Wonder Driver, which you would need to bring out before Fusion Destiny. To add back Fusion Destiny, Poly, Mass Change, any number of cards. And someone killed it. And I think I won a game because of it. They ran into it, and then I specialed from hand Vion and sent to grave. Yeah, doesn't come up often. Yeah, side we got double Lancia for, if I'm saying it wrong, the Lyralist, the Penguins. Also PK. This really bad. It's so bad. It's still worth playing because like sometimes you need a hero for Ferris, and it only takes up 2 slots. Phantasme. It's amazing. It's for heroes so you can put back, like for example, if you're sighting in all these, you can shuffle this back in, or you can shuffle increase back in. If I saw this, I might have actually won my last game. This is debatable. It comes in clutch. There's a lot of people slow play, and you put those in. I put it in one game, I didn't see it. But it's really good. You just have to be careful with what they might be summoning, because if you pitch this on a chain for summon and they have a 0 in deck, you lose half your life points. So, yeah. Triple Super Poly wins games. I have a 2 dark target, an E-Hero and a light target, an E-Hero and a dark target, and DP. I can just take their DP. Amazing. And then Lightning Storm. While I won the Trap Tricks matchup because of this, it didn't resolve most of the time, but it's just a great card. Like, yeah, I couldn't talk more about it.
Alright. Well, thank you, Mr. Sarbery, for the deck profile. And we'll see you again until next time, guys. Signing out.